What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Sports Sidebar Podcast. You're tuned in with your boy Rich, and I'm here with my buddies Tom and JD, and we're about to get this thing started. Let's go!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're back at it. Another episode. We're at 176. How's everybody doing today?
Doing good, Rich. How you doing?
Doing fantastic, man. Just been busy with this house, getting things situated to my liking, so I don't have to leave the house ever again. How's everything on your end?
I hear you. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it.
Oh yeah. Just want to make sure when winter time come, I don't ever have to leave the house.
There you go.
But how's everything on your end?
Yeah, man, no complaints. Happy to be back talking some.
Oh yeah, definitely looking forward to it. NFL, that's how we always kick it off. Let's kick it off with NFL.
All right.
I mean, pretty much we didn't really talk about the draft. It wasn't really any surprises in the draft.
No, I think the big surprise was there was not really any surprises.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of thought the quarterbacks would go like 1 to 7, but
Yeah.
well, no, the surprise was the Falcons pick.
Yeah.
They went ahead and drafted Penix Jr. while they signed Kirk Cousins. A lot of people were stumped. The fact that Penix is probably gonna have to sit. Let's say if he sits 2 years before he gets to play, they said it'll be 27. That's kind of old for a quarterback to be starting. But
Yep.
I thought they should have went ahead and got your boy Adunze and loaded up on that offense. But man,
Yeah, I mean, I think there was a lot of people that thought they'd go defensive end there. The defense could use a little bit of help, so it was a little confusing for sure. Especially after giving Kirk Cousins that money. I think there's probably a lot of people that were upset about that or didn't see it coming. So yeah, it was definitely an interesting pick, and I don't know how high he was on other people's draft boards, but a lot of people I think had him late first, early second. So a little confusing why Atlanta didn't trade down if that was their move, but I guess it is what it is.
yeah, that's the thing. I felt like if you felt like the defensive end wasn't as high on your board, you might as well take the best player available, which was Dunze, and then you could add two pretty much all jam-packed offense where you got Kirk Cousins on the higher deal with a bunch of great rookie talents, all on their rookie deals as far as receivers, running backs, and tight ends.
Yeah.
And I mean, that division is pretty much up for the taking. So
Yeah, it is.
I thought that would have been a good move for them. And then maybe if they felt like they wanted a defensive end, they could have moved up later on or got somebody later on. Because the guy we thought they were going to take, he went like 20-something, I think. The gunner went like 20-something. So they definitely could have did that. But that was probably one of the most interesting things, man.
Yeah, it was for sure.
How'd you feel about your Jets, man?
I think we were as Jets fans probably all hoping for Brock Bowers at after the trade was made. But I think that in the end, taking the offensive lineman there from Penn State was probably the smart, safe move. So happy with it. Happy with the wide receiver they picked up. And happy, I think this is a sneaky pick, but Jordan Travis out of Florida State, and maybe use him as a little project, 5th round. I didn't hate that move either. So yeah, I liked what they did for the most part in the draft.
Yeah, I think they went the safe route. I think they addressed their weakness, which was offensive line. That's what they needed. You got to protect Aaron Rodgers because you saw what happened when he wasn't protected. I still feel like you guys are going to try to make a move and try to get another receiver or something. There's a lot of unhappy receivers out there, so I wouldn't be surprised if you guys made a run at T. Higgins or somebody else.
Yeah, yet to be seen. I do, I do think they still need a little bit of help on that side. The receiver they did pick up, I think, is more of an inside guy, which is nice. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Still a little bit off season here. Sometimes you get these late trades, but I think as built as is I think they got a decent squad.
Yeah, man. Hopefully you guys don't have to see the Chiefs or the Bengals too early in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bengals, they went ahead and got another offensive lineman. They got like 3 guys that are 6'8".
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah, I think that's crazy, man. They're definitely trying to protect Joe Burrow. And then
How'd you like what the
Chiefs.
Giants did?
I mean, it was obvious, man. We needed some help wide receiver. It was either everybody was saying it was going to be Neighbors, so it was like the overall consensus pick. So I mean, it wasn't really anything. I was just hoping he fell to us. We get stuck with somebody else and they go offensive lineman or some nonsense. But I'm glad he fell to us so we could just pick who we were supposed to pick. But
Yep.
I mean, we still need a lot of help, whether it be quarterback, the offensive line. I mean, they did sign some guys, so I'm sure they're going to move some guys around, whether it be tackle, guard, and figure out the offensive line. But the main thing is a quarterback, man.
Yep.
So if Danny Dimes doesn't play well, if our backup doesn't play well, we're going to be right back in the same position. So
Exactly.
And then I don't think it was really much else in the NFL that we missed.
Schedule release.
Oh yeah. How you feeling about your Jets, man? You guys got 6 primetime games, man.
6 primetime games. I think, if they can beat San Francisco in the first game, I think they got a pretty light start to the season. Obviously picks up in the back end, but yeah, don't hate their schedule. I think like I said, it's all going to depend on how Rodgers looks and all that. But if they can come out and win that Monday night game, I think that set up nicely for the rest of the season.
Oh yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. They want all the headlines back.
They
season.
do.
I mean, some of these matchups they got. I mean, pretty much every week they got a major matchup. I mean, they got week 1, they got the Chiefs and the freaking Ravens for a rematch. That should be great. It's gonna be interesting to see, especially on the Chiefs side. I mean, they got a bunch of receivers that are in trouble. They got some receivers they signed. Did you hear about the receiver they signed?
No.
Xavier. He bought like I want to say it's a Dodge Charger or something, and he got like stolen the next day.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, and apparently that's like the most stolen car like in America.
The Dodge Charger.
Whatever car it was he bought.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was. They were saying that your boy Rice stole the car and he got in an accident with it. I thought that was kind of funny.
No, that is funny.
Yeah, man. I mean, pretty much every week, man, they got a bunch of good games going on. They got the Dolphins and the Bills week 2.
Yep.
It's just so many games, man. I feel like they're gonna keep you glued every week this season.
Oh yeah.
Then they got the Chiefs. They got the Chiefs and Bengals week 2. I mean, come on. It's just too much going on, man. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. I'm gonna watch that on the big screen down in the basement. Yeah. So
for sure,
it's gonna be a lot of fun.
That'll be fun.
Oh yeah. Trying to get a little popcorn machine for it too. So I'm not a huge fan of popcorn, but maybe I feel like if it's like in the movie setting, I'll eat more of it. So
yeah.
Then I think that's it, right? That was it for the NFL.
That's it.
And then on to the NBA. I mean, we missed a lot of the games, but right now we're at the East and West Finals. Nope, I don't think anybody predicted this West Final. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves with Jordan Jr. going up against your boy, the white LeBron, Luka Doncic. It's going to be a lot of fun. These finals are going to be great. I think, man. It's going to be first win for first championship for either the team that wins it on the West or East. So I'm definitely looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, I think the NBA's really been looking to get some more parity, and I think by changing the way that they structure their contracts has helped that. So yeah, I mean, Boston's been in this, I think Eastern Conference Finals 4 of the last 5 years, something like that, but hasn't won a championship. And then you got the Pacers, who are kind of a younger team, Halliburton, Turner, and that crew. And then on the West side, you got Luka and Kyrie, and then the Timberwolves are fun to watch, obviously, with Ant and Ant, Cat, and Gobert.
Oh yeah, I thought it was funny how they showed the 2022 team, but they had D'Lo at point guard. It was like the worst team in the NBA. Now they just switched point guards, and now they're one of the best teams. Man.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Conley really, he facilitates really well, and then even Ant does a good job. It's just a fun team to watch. I mean, they were down 15 against Denver going into halftime in that Game 7, and I think most young teams would have cashed out right there, and
Yep.
that would have been that. And again, no shame in that game. Obviously, you got Jokic, best player in the world, and Jamal Murray, in that squad. But they fought back, got it just about tied at the end of the third quarter, and then they dominated the fourth. So yeah, that should be a good battle down there. I think they're both really really good defensive teams. So I'd expect some more low scoring games for a good Luka Ant battle though.
Oh yeah. I mean, I like Ant Man because he takes at his age he should not be spewing some of the stuff he spews as far as like
He talks the most shit in the NBA.
yeah. I mean, I love it, man. He talks the most shit and then he backs it up. And
Yeah.
then even when he has a bad game, they interviewed him. He said, it was my fault. I had low energy. I gotta come out better next time. I mean, for somebody 22 to be taking on that role, I mean, it says a lot. And then the comparisons to Michael Jordan it just makes it so much more.
Yep.
But ultimately, man, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting because, like I said, man, we got these, let's say 4 stars, one of each team. Nobody has a championship. How would you feel? Well, first of all, what do you think your chances are for your Celtics to win it all, man?
I mean, it's probably the best chance they've had in a while. I think a lot of it depends on if Porzingis is healthy. Obviously, they're giving him as much time as they can. I'd imagine he comes back sometime in this Indiana series. It looks like I think Woj said today that he's looking at Game 4 to return. Maybe if need be, they can get him some low minutes in Game 3. But I think if he's healthy, they got a pretty good shot. I think.
Yeah, man, I feel like this is if any time Tatum needs to win, it's now, man. I mean, he's supposed to be the next up and coming. He's been there a bunch of times, or more than most people. So I mean, I think he's got to win it, man. I feel like it's just so hard to get when you have the opportunity to do it. You just got to do it, man.
Yeah, agreed.
You can't let Ant-Man win the chip, man. At 22, I see the commercials now, man. He was in the Sprite commercial. He's in like a Bose commercial. If he wins it, man, they're gonna be throwing his face up everywhere.
I prefer to play. If they are able to beat Indiana, get the finals, I prefer playing Minnesota. I think that the Celtics match up better against them, and Luka scares the crap out of me. He's beat the Celtics like 2 or 3 times on these fadeaway 3-pointers, so I'm not ready for that.
Oh yeah, I feel like you guys definitely want to play Minnesota more, just because that 2-headed monster Dallas has got with Luka, and I feel like Kyrie's going to be try to look for revenge or something and try to play well. It's just too many variables right there, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing who wins on both sides, man.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, I mean, we have my Knicks. They went down. Too many injuries. But, hopefully we can figure out something in this offseason to get some help. I feel like we still need to move on from Julius Randle. But I don't know. I don't know what the team is feeling, man. I mean, there's a bunch of rumors of, them trying to get your boy Booker. But I'm saying no to that. I wouldn't mind Mikal Bridges or Paul George or something like that. But
yeah, I listened to an interview and said that Booker's like the one guy that the Suns won't trade.
Yeah, thank goodness, man.
So it's weird that those rumors popped out, but yeah, I think they're probably a piece away, and Jalen Brunson, I think he won me over. I wasn't the biggest. I thought he was a good player, a really good player. I just didn't think he could carry a playoff team. Maybe I was wrong on that one. I think once he got started heating up, he was awesome.
Yeah, he's fun to watch, man.
But I think he needs some help. Obviously, they need another scorer on that team. I think DiVincenzo's fine, but he's more of like a role guy. Josh Hart really isn't a scorer. He's a all-time energy guy, and he'll get you rebounds and all that stuff. And then OG is good. But yeah, we'll see what they can do.
Oh yeah, that's the thing, man. They're gonna need to. They got enough cap room. They got the draft pick, so we definitely got to figure out. Hopefully, OG opts in this player option. I mean, Hartenstein's probably going to get paid. I don't know if we'll be able to keep him. But I mean, we're going to have Robinson. He's going to be healthy. So, and then we just got to figure out what we're gonna do with Julius Randle and try to get somebody else in there as well, because all the guys that were starting outside of Brunson for the for the against the Pacers matchup, they were all bench players. I mean, we were just so depleted, we just couldn't do much.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you can only when you're playing like 7 guys a game and 2 of them get hurt, it really drags you down.
Oh yeah, I mean, we had about 4, man. Our lineup was done, man. So hopefully we could just retool. I feel like the Nuggets are gonna probably do the same thing. I wouldn't be surprised if they move off though. If they moved off of Michael Porter Jr.
Maybe.
But I feel like if they did, they would have to get somebody big, like they would send like Michael Porter Jr. and some picks for like KD or some craziness.
Yeah. I like Michael Porter Jr. He's a little bit too up and down for me, and I guess Jamal Murray is a little bit on that train too.
But yeah, that's what I mean. If you get somebody else that's like a consistent number 2 or even it's going to be hard to be somebody or even like a 1A. And if Murray has a good night or not, then it won't really matter. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I don't think there was anything else in the NBA.
No.
And then on to MLB. Not really much in MLB.
You know, I think MLB for me really kicks in after NBA and NHL playoffs are over. But yeah, nothing. I don't think anything's really jumped out. The Yankees starting pitching has been good. I do know that.
Yeah, they're back in first place in their division.
Yep, that's about all I've been paying attention to.
So, I mean, just gonna have to wait and see once it gets closer towards the end when people are locking in playoff positions and you see who's hot, who's cold.
Oh
and
yeah.
Then, we're gonna see whether or not we got the same culprits, whether it be the Dodgers. The Phillies are supposed to be up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yankees, Astros. They always somehow find a way to get in the mix.
They're playing better. They were in a real crappy spot for a little while there.
Yeah, but you know how something's gonna happen, and all of a sudden you look up, they're gonna be back in the mix.
I know.
The playoff position, and get their way to the finals or some nonsense, and you're like, who the hell's on their team? You're like Altuve and who else? Man, this is crazy.
Yeah, I know.
But definitely still early. A lot of baseball's a long season, man.
It's really long.
As I said, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even like going to games sometimes. It just be too long sometimes, man.
Oh, for sure.
And then on to the NHL. I mean, they're down to the final 4. Where we got Dallas and the Canucks, and then Rangers versus Panthers.
Dallas and Oilers.
Dallas and Oilers. Oh, they got them the other day. I thought the Oilers were done.
No, they beat the Canucks last night in Game 7.
Oh, I thought they were toast, man.
Not yet.
I mean, Oilers have been there before. Dallas is the new up and coming team. Rangers were getting close last year. We just got to get to the Panthers. I mean, that's a tough opponent.
Yeah.
I mean, since my Knicks ain't in it, got to root for the Rangers. Definitely, hockey's been a lot more fun to watch these past.
Yeah, it has. It's a lot of fun. The playoffs are always awesome. But yeah, it's definitely it's best time of the year for that.
Oh yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe it's because they got that TNT deal and they've been putting them on TNT.
Yeah,
maybe that's been bringing them to light. Yeah. I mean, speaking of TNT, your boys are done, man. Inside the NBA.
Not yet.
I heard they're not getting that deal, man.
What do you mean? Who's not getting it? TNT's not getting the deal?
Yeah, they lost it. Are they losing the NBA rights
to NBC?
Yeah.
They're still not a done deal yet, but yeah, I mean NBC's making a hard push. I mean it's one of the best shows on TV. Like show in general.
Definitely sports commentating shows.
Oh yeah.
I think it's gonna be interesting to see because I think a lot of those guys are still signed to do like the college sports now, like March Madness. I wonder if it does go to NBC, if they'll like repurpose inside the NBA, make it like Today NBA or something, and they keep those same group of guys.
Yeah, it's It's a good question because you got a lot of personality on that show right now. So
Yeah,
you
because I
kind of
think
want
it's
you kind of want to. I mean, I'm sure they want to keep them under contract and use them where they can, but they're they're made for the NBA. So like, what do you do?
yeah, that's the thing because I think you want to keep those ratings that they were generating, even though you pretty much got the rights now to the NBA. So I think you
Hmm.
definitely want to keep those ratings because I think it's just going to be hard to repurpose or redo that field you get from those
Right.
four guys with a bunch of a different set of four guys.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely keep tuned to this. Then WNBA is making our radar because your girl Caitlin Clark is up in there, and she's been struggling, but I ain't gonna
Yeah. I
lie,
mean,
man. They
that
they
team that
they
team stinks.
yeah, but I mean they got a tough ass schedule. I mean their
They do.
first like 7 or 8 games, they play like the best defensive team twice. They play the champs, the Aces, and they play I think the easiest game they got is the LA Sparks. They're pretty much playing the New York Liberty twice. They were in the finals, so it's gonna be tough for them. The
Yeah.
way they're playing Caitlin Clark, they picking her up half court. What you call it? They're face guarding her. They're
Hmm.
doing whatever they got to do to make sure she don't get the ball, man.
Yeah.
I
They ain't
think
gonna
that's.
lose. They ain't gonna lose to Caitlin Clark.
Oh no, man. Because I mean, that's what I said. They picking her up from as soon as the ball gets inbounded, man. They're
Hmm.
double teaming her, make sure they get the ball out of her hand. They don't want to shoot threes. I think it's great, but I also learn from it, and she'll learn what she needs to do to get open.
Yeah.
And then if not, I mean, they're gonna have a top pick next year again. I mean, you could probably you're probably looking to pair her up with like Paige Beckers or somebody next year,
Yeah.
with the Leah Boston. I mean, that's gonna be a crazy little
Hmm.
young lineup. I'm
Yeah.
definitely looking forward to seeing what's going on over there.
Yeah. They definitely got the pieces to build. Now they just got to put it all together
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, it's gonna be fun to watch, man.
for sure.
They're doing a better job of making sure people are aware of the WNBA games. They're on FanDuel now, so you can go bet on the games.
Hmm.
You ain't hear this from me, but take a lot of the unders, man, because they're not hitting these. They're not
Got
hitting
some
these overs.
inside info.
Yeah, they're not hitting these overs, man. That's the way it's looking. But it's definitely something to pay attention to, man. And then on to PGA. We had the PGA Championship this past weekend. We had your boy Schauffele take it down on the 18th hole by one. Did a little birdie. It wasn't him that got arrested, right? It was
It was Scheffler.
Scheffler, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scheffler
So
was in the mix too.
he was. Yep. So yeah, coming off of they played down here in Charlotte the week before at Wells Fargo. Schauffele came in second to Rory. So he had been playing pretty good golf, and he got off to a hot start on Thursday out of Valhalla, and he shot 62, so he was 9 under after day one. And then there was a handful of guys there, and below that, Scotty Scheffler included. Wake up Friday morning, and it was kind of weird. Like I woke up, I think it must have been like 6 a.m. Turn on Sports Center, and they're in a delay. It's like, oh yeah, they're in a delay. There was a pedestrian that was hit, so they're delaying the start of the tournament. And then it was like, oh, and something else happened. Scotty Scheffler was arrested. It was just like the way that they did it was so weird. I was like, what? So I first thought that Scheffler had hit the guy that died,
Yeah.
and then they were like, oh no, there were two separate incidents, and then Jeff Darlington had the video of like him like and the whole story because he saw the whole thing happen. It was just a really bizarre story.
Yeah, that's what it seemed unreal. Like all of a sudden, and like it don't seem like that's how like somebody gets arrested.
Yeah, that's why I felt like this is like it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, he clearly was like, what are you doing, right? And Scheffler was probably like, I'm going to the tournament. Like we do this every single week when there's a delay or something. When there's traffic, the players all go around, right? And like the fact that like the way that they like apparently like dragged him out of the car, like what, like why can't you just have like a conversation? Why does it have to be like this like ridiculous pulling him out, arresting him and doing like I don't know, it just seemed like way out of control. And again, we weren't there, so we can't really say what happened. And but I just everything that everyone says about Scotty Scheffler and whatnot, he doesn't seem like the guy that's like purposely like gonna disobey the law, and even the cop said like he didn't try to do the you don't know who you know who I am. He's like he didn't
Yeah.
do any of that. So like clearly it was like a misunderstanding all across the board, but like to arrest the guy is like seems like a lot.
Yeah, I know. I felt like maybe the cop was trying to prove something or maybe make a name for himself. Um, it just seemed out of character the way the
Yeah.
situation went down. So
Yeah.
um, either that or I said somebody had a big money line on the play, and they told him they need this guy arrested. So
Yeah. 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 It seems like a Scheffler said after the round, like they're just doing their job. And they handled it professionally, and again, probably just a big misunderstanding. But now, like they showed because his lawyer had the trial or the arraignment moved, and like the prosecution, like or the state, is just like, or sorry, the Commonwealth, because Kentucky is like they're like we don't want to move the arraignment. Like he was already here, and he decided to fly home to. And it's just like, dude, like he has a wife and a newborn at home. Like, give him a break. Like they move arraignments all the damn time. It's not like he's not like he's ducking you. He just like wants to go home.
yeah, that's what I said, man. I just feel like somebody was trying to exercise their power.
It seems like that to me.
Like he pissed somebody off that knew somebody that got him touched, basically. So
Yeah.
but I mean, hey, unfortunately, I mean, like I said, he was in the mix at one point. I wonder if he can try to countersue the state or something.
Yeah.
And try to say, they messed up his earnings for that tournament. I think that would be interesting to see.
Yeah. He probably won't. He'll probably just do whatever he can to just get this whole thing squashed. But yeah, kind of weird.
Definitely was.
But back to the tournament. I think it was a fun Sunday. Victor Hovland got hot. At one point tied it. I might have taken a lead for a second there, but he got hot. Bryson got hot, and Xander needed to hit a 6-foot putt on 18 to win it. So, I don't love that the scoring was as high, as low as it was, but at least there was some drama on the last few holes, which I feel like we haven't seen in a while, which is nice.
Yeah, I felt like it was like a game winner type of finish. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's always fun when it comes down to that.
Yeah,
and it's like two guys tied. One's got to hit the birdie or
exactly.
Finish one above the other. So, and I think we got another event next week. The Charles Schwab.
Charles Schwab is this weekend. Yep, that's out of the Colonial. Usually, actually, it's a decently traveled or decently played event. People love that course. I think it's in Dallas area.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what was I gonna say?
I don't think there's any big hitters playing.
No, Max Homa I think is playing. But other than that, yeah, no, it's pretty low key.
Yeah, so people are pretty much resting up this weekend.
Yeah, I think they got a couple more tournaments here. I think they play Memorial, which is Jack's tournament. So they get Canadian Open after. So they got the Charles Schwab this weekend, Canadian Open. Then they play the Memorial at Jack's, and then it's U.S. Open down here in Pinehurst.
How far are you from Pinehurst?
About 90 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So might try to get down there for a practice round or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
See your boy JD on the tour, man.
Yeah. I wish.
Definitely gonna be fun to watch, though. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. We're back at it. We got another edition of JD's Bites and Brew. What you got for us?
Man, I've been trying to think about which one to use because we haven't done this in a while. Gosh, well, I had like three in my head, and I was trying to going back and forth. And why don't we go with okay, so we'll do. I made we call them a buffalo chicken chalupa.
Okay.
So um, so again, this is the healthier, excuse me, healthier version. So the chicken is just chicken breast cut into little chunks, and air fried it. It's just got paprika, salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic powder. So fried that up in the air fryer. While that was frying, I made a buffalo sauce. So I used the Buffalo Wild Wings sauce with some cottage cheese and some salt and pepper and a little bit of milk, and blended that all together. Took the chicken and the sauce and mixed those together, and then
Okay.
took a low-cal pita, um, uh, packed that in with the chicken, had some cheese on top, folded that over, sprayed it with a little bit of the pan spray, and then air fried that for 5 minutes. Took it out, put the lettuce, tomato, a little bit more cheese on it, and yeah, well, it was good to go. And man, it was freaking delicious.
Sound like a Mexican pita pit, man. What you doing over there, man?
It kind of was, yeah, it kind of was, and it heated up well even the next day, so it was killer.
Oh man, that sounds great, man. You gave me pita pit flashbacks, man. About to,
Okay.
about
I
to,
didn't think
about
about
to,
I
yeah,
didn't think about that, but it was.
about to give up my meals for that pita pit swipe, man. It was good times, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Did I ever tell you that? I don't think you were there for when Evan called was it Evan or no, yeah, was it Evan? I think it was Evan. When Evan named Brad Fevin
Oh
when
yeah, yeah,
when fake ass Evan.
yeah, yeah. I do remember that.
Oh man, that was a fun time. That's where it all originated. We were all down there trying to get Peter Pit, and then it was a great man,
That's
a lot of
awesome.
fun time, a lot of fun times, man.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And then it's just and then, what'd you guys drink that down with?
So still haven't had a beer in about a little over 3+ weeks. So that's strictly on the hard liquor, seltzers, things like that. But they opened the new brewery here in Waxhaw, Middle James. It's actually originally from Pineville. Viewed some beers on here or theirs before, but they had we went to their opening weekend, which was really cool. They had a band playing and all that fun stuff, and um, the they had a pineapple seltzer, and it was outstanding. So you know how sometimes you have those seltzers and they're kind of you know um, really carbonated, and I don't know. I just like sometimes it's just too much for me,
Yeah.
or I can only have like one or two. This one, a low amount of carbonation, but the flavor was like really good. Um, to the point where I think I had like three of them really quickly and was like, oh crap, I gotta slow down. Because they were just like they were so smooth to drink, and really good flavor. Yeah, that was fantastic. I'd give it an 8.5.
Oh man, oh man, that
Rich,
sounds like them
you could
sleepers.
you could drink
What?
these all day long.
Yeah, that's what I said. It sounds like them sleepers about to knock you out, man.
Yeah.
Those I ain't gonna lie, those sleepers be the best, man.
The what?
I said those sleepers be the best, man. Feel
Oh
like
yeah.
you drinking like Kool-Aid or juice all day,
Oh
and then all of a sudden that buzz kick in.
yeah.
You can be praying to God, like God, if if I get through this one, I will never drink again.
I'll never do it again.
Then you be drinking the next day.
Oh yeah.
That sounds great, man. Definitely gonna have to give that a shot, man.
Yeah,
Gotta get
absolutely.
my drinks ready for the summertime, man.
There you go.
And then that's JD's Bites and Brew, everybody. And we got the BRRs are back. Try to watch some stuff to give you some stuff to talk about. Finished up, checked out some movies. Checked out the Ghostbusters. Um, movie was trash, man. I know you warned me, but I had to give it a shot. Um, it seemed like it was like stuck between trying to be like kiddie and also adultish. So
Yeah.
I felt like they were trying too hard. Um, it just didn't. I don't know, man. They had a guy like the whole thing was like there was like this foreign object that it was like haunted with a ghost, and it was like a powerful ghost, and then the ghost got out and he's causing havoc. He's freezing everything, and apparently there's a guy that can bend fire or control fire, a human that was
Mhm.
like trying to stop him, and it was just all over the place, man. I was just like, I'm not sure how or why they did this, and who approved this, but um, man, just not it's not hitting like the old Ghostbusters, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I told you so, but I told you so on this one.
Yeah, man. Just if anybody else is listening out there, definitely don't watch, man. You definitely skip that one. Definitely gave it like a 5 out of 10, man. It was bad. Then finished Fallout on Amazon Prime. It was a good show. I didn't really play the video game too much, but I mean, overall, it's not a bad show, man. Definitely entertaining, give you something to watch. I would probably give it like a 6.8 out of 10. It wasn't bad, man, but it just for me, it wasn't the story wasn't. I mean, it's based off a video game, so I mean, there's only so much they can do.
Hmm.
It was okay. Definitely something I probably may check out the second season, see if it's better. Um, but it's okay, man.
Okay.
Then I checked out a horror movie, Abigail. I got to check out my horror movies.
Hmm.
This one surprised me. I thought it was going to be just a corny little, like, vampire type movie. It's about some people that kidnap a girl. They're trying to hold her ransom, but unfortunately, she's a vampire, um, and she gets busy. It has like some comedy moments where cause she's like a vampire dancing around like a ballerina, killing people, um, which is kind of funny. It kind of reminded me of the Megan movie, um, which was like with the robot.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but this one, it wasn't really like that was like the only corny. I want to say if you said something corny, was weird or corny about the movie is because she was a vampire in a tutu, um, and she was like dancing around like a ballerina, but she's like playing with her prey pretty much. But overall, I mean, the story it was a good story. I mean, everything connected. They definitely could have set it up for another one, depending on how they wanted to end it. But I mean, they still can. You just never know. But I mean, overall, it was a good watch, man. Definitely some you could check out if you want to check out vampire movies or you're looking for some come Halloween time. Definitely some that I would recommend, man. It was definitely a 7 out of 10, man. Pretty good.
Okay.
Good mix of horror, not too predictable as far as like how people are going to kill when people are going to get killed.
Hmm.
Um, so it was good, man.
Nice.
And then outside of that, I wasn't really much else. Just X-Men '97 finished up. I mean, if you love X-Men as a kid, you're definitely gonna love this. Definitely check it out. I mean, they pretty much kind of mix anime style type of show as far as like the action scenes, stuff like that, with the old X-Men. It's like an
Hmm.
up-to-date X-Men. So you're getting a lot of action. compared to the old X-Men. Some heartbreak in there, some wow moments, some good fight scenes, some I can't believe they did this. A lot of cliffhangers, a lot of things we wish we would have saw as a kid in the X-Men shows. They definitely brought it out. They've already got renewed for a second season, so I think they said the second season is pretty much almost done. But it's going to be interesting to see how fast they put that out.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Because it looks like Marvel's splitting up their divisions now, so they have like a animation, Marvel animation, then they have their normal Marvel movies, and then they have a Marvel something else. So I think they're all going to be running on different timelines, but it's going to be interesting to see how they all, if they're like cohesive with each other as far as like if we're not going to get another X-Men TV show until the movie's almost ready or something like that. So
Right.
then checking out The Veil, not, so far so good, not too bad. Kind of like Homeland without the horrible crime.
Yep.
Not bad. I'm gonna see how it finishes out. Outside of that, it's almost June, so we're gonna have it's gonna be 4 bangers in June. So I'm definitely looking forward to June, man.
It's coming.
We got The Bear, we got the Game of Thrones, we got Mayor of Kingstown, and there's another one.
Bear, Mayor of Kingstown, House of Dragon. That was all I had on my list, I think.
I think there was one more that's coming out. I think they said June is going to be a stacked month. Oh, I think it was The Acolyte. That's the new Star Wars.
Yeah. I did see that.
And then The Boys season 4. That's the other one. So
Got it.
I don't know if you ever watched it. That's series, but that one's great too, man. Probably one of Amazon Prime's best shows. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I don't think I got anything else.
So you should watch Bodkin. It's the they claim it to be like an Irish version of Fargo.
Okay.
Which it kind of is. It's really good. Will Forte's in it. He's great. He's hilarious. And it's got a little bit. It says like comedy on it, but it's not really that comedic.
Right.
But it does have some lighter moments. But it's kind of like a murder mystery. The podcasters are uncovering, so it's kind of cool.
Okay.
So that it's only 7 episodes, so it's pretty good. It's worth watching.
That's on
I don't know if
Netflix.
On Netflix, yep. I don't know if you watched the what was that one? The Stalker. Oh, I can't remember the name of it.
On Netflix or the?
On Netflix, yeah.
The one where it starts off where she's in a bar or something.
Yes.
Yes. I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name either. I started that one. Damn it, what was that one called?
Baby Reindeer.
Yeah. Okay.
Baby Reindeer. Creepy. Little weird. I think again it's only like 7 episodes. Pretty decent watch. Trying to think what else we've watched since then.
Well, I know
that's really
Outer Range is back, so I'm probably gonna check that out.
Which one was that?
That's with the guy that plays Thanos. He's like it's pretty much like what you call it, Yellowstone, but with like a mystery time travel stuff going on. So so far it was interesting. The first season was interesting. Second season just came out, so I don't want to give anything away because the whole plot of the stuff that's going on. But yeah, but definitely that. I still got to finish Shogun. I forgot to. I stopped watching that with the move and everything. So
yeah, I do too.
Got to get back on that. And then I don't think there was anything else I saw. There might be a few other stuff that's out there, but I'll let you know if I see anything else.
Yeah, I think that's all I saw too, actually.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of refuse to watch Bridgerton. Um,
Yeah,
I
I
heard
I
it's
liked the I liked the first season. The first season was good. Second season, I fell asleep during consecutive episodes, and that's usually my sign to stop watching.
you're still bored.
Yeah, that's when I stopped watching The Walking Dead. That one of the seasons had started, and I first two episodes I fell asleep multiple times on. I was like, well, that's that for me.
Yeah, man. I was gonna say some of that. Sometimes that all that old like English stuff is just like it puts me to sleep, man.
Kind of boring. Yep.
Yeah, I did want to watch the Jinx though. That's the documentary about the guy who, the rich guy that killed his best friend or something.
Okay.
Um, I did want to see that. So, and then I heard Dark Matter was okay.
Oh yeah. So I think we're gonna start watching that tomorrow.
Okay, it looks like there's 3 seasons of it. So,
Yeah, I heard it was pretty good.
yeah, I had saw the. It was like a commercial for it, and they were showing like like um, Rotten Tomatoes, X 4 out of 5 stars, or you know how they do.
Oh
They
yeah.
got me. They got me sold on that, so I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Nice.
And then I think that was it, man. I don't think I had anything else.
That's all I got.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, until next time.
Till next time, Rich.
I want to thank y'all for rocking out here on the Sports Sidebar Podcast. Give y'all something to ride out on.